Yeah, I saw. I caught it immediately, right before you guys sent that. So yeah, you might notice that the settings here are set to high, and that's because after the last stream, I went back and watched the finale for Flame Pong because I needed to see how bad the lag was getting. And it turns out when I looked at the VOD, there was no lag, despite me constantly screaming about there being lag. I promise it's not that I'm just a shitty gamer, because I am a shitty gamer, but that's not why. What was happening was I am bad at computer shit. Basically, everything for you guys, rendering fine. You guys are getting just front seat experience to the Extella stream. For me, my computer wasn't rendering it very well into my monitor. And my monitor wasn't keeping up with the way the computer was trying to send the signal. So that was all a monitor issue, and it actually should run pretty well today. I tested it before a stream here, and it was running significantly better. So, yeah.
Marvelous.
That didn't launch at full screen this time. Control. Oh, now it's in full screen. I don't know what that was about. That was also probably why the Sonic Adventure stream was so scuffed. I'd have to go back and look at the VOD for Sonic Adventure for how bad it got, but it was probably that same reason. Now then, off to battle. But before that, just to be very, very safe, I want you to make me a promise. What kind of promise? Maybe call it a bond that'll pay dividends, or, well, let's not fight about it. Let me put it this way. It'll help us win the battle. I'm sure you haven't forgotten, but we need to talk more about that incident, your friendly little chat with the enemy leader. Talking to her in this room is one thing, but on the battlefield, it could get you killed, so please promise me one thing. On the battlefield, do the smart thing and let me make all the decisions. Please don't forget. Consider an edict from the Queen. While I am your servant, I also rule an empire, and I can be as ruthless as the times require. Without a word, I nod my understanding. For all her vast empire, all her riches, what she fears losing the most is Haku no Kishinami. It means so much to me that you understand, Master. You're still not quite at your peak, you know. You're still the soul, beautiful and fragile as you are. And you're at your most beautiful when you're the most gentle and vulnerable. Seeing you that way brings me so much joy and terror at the thought of losing you. So, I'm sorry if I sound awful about this. The decisive battle's about to begin. I'm sorry if I've been too harsh with you, but please, just this once, let me take the lead. Oh, only one conversation, okay. Alright, so, Lilim Harlot. I need to pull up chat on my phone again, because I always forget I can't really touch chat in the middle of the stream without messing things up. Okay, let me see if I'm coming through just fine. Mute that. I can even pause that. So yeah, Lilim Harlot. Going great at this point. I am 100% caught up to the event. I've almost cleared the shop out already. So, honestly, easy event. Easy dunk for me. Gonna have all the mats I need from it. Oh god. But there is other news. The Grand Servant system in JP. They revealed how some of that works, and that, no, in fact, you need one of each of the main 7 servant classes to fully take advantage of the system. And, yeah, I wish they were a little bit more transparent about that from the moment they launched the system. Like, more transparent that it was going to be pretty directly lore-based. Oh, nice, Dakota Doyle. So, as a result, I'm having fun with the fact that I don't really have any Lancers that I wanted grailed, and I don't have a Rider on JP I wanted grailed. Assassin, I'm just going to finish up Lacusta. I've already grailed her to 90. I'll just finish leveling her skills to 10, 10, 10 and take her to 100. But Rider and Assassin, I'm running into the problem of I had nobody set up already to be a Grand Servant, like anywhere close to it. So I think with this Lancer, what I'm doing is I'm just turning my Summer U into a Lancer, to a Grand Lancer. Because I like me my Yume Ren. Summer used the usable version. That's why it's Lancer U and not Assassin U. But she's gonna... I've already got her to level 90 and 10-10-10 on the skills. So I'm gonna do a little bit more, and that's going well. And then, yeah, Tacos, he called it there. That's what I'm doing again. I'm just doing another Ushi in JP. We're doing another big Ushi. That said, I don't know if I'm going to have time to take Ushi to 120 like I did in NA. Ushi's probably just hitting 100 on JP. But we're doing another Ultimate Ushi. I actually thought about going Grand Morgan. I could have done, not on JP because I don't have a Berserker Morgan on JP, but it doesn't really work out very well for me because I'd rather go Grand Alice. Probably gonna go Grand Alice on JP. So I'm not doing Ash and I'm not doing Morgan because I've already got Castoria Zerker on JP level to level 100, 10-10-10. So it'd just be a waste of Grails. Besides that, I don't have Berserker Morgan, so. But yeah, NA being 2 years behind, I'm also starting to gauge out what I want to do NA-wise, and I'll be able to take it a little bit easier since I'll only really need Grails. And I had a lot of Grail plans anyways, I just have to refocus them. Current way, oh, I'm under-leveled for this. We're just going to bang our head against the wall until I win then. If I have time later, I'll go over what my grand plans are. I've kind of set them all aside at this point now that we know how it works. I know this is sudden, honey, but I have to ask you something. Do you like the kind of cityscape with the old masculine statues and the ancient stone walls? I mean, not that it really matters. The capital is a capital. No matter where we are, and that's that. But you're a bit more picky than I am. So which one strikes you more, the western capital or the eastern capital? Or forced to pick one. Well, I'm sorry, I could have sworn I heard you say something. Couldn't quite make it out, though. Must have been wind in my ear. So, could you please say that one more time? Which one do you like better? Ah, no. You're pretending to fawn over your love, but you look like a spider approaching her prey. What happened to all that swagger? You look like a wounded animal right now. Seriously disappointing for the Queen of the Moon. Who's there? Who's there? A pretty idol with impeccable timing, that's who. A tent of flowers in the city of water. My new outfit draws squeals from my unruly pigs. And of course, I come out on the stage an hour late. Is there any other servant like me? I don't think so. Because if there was, it would be a real pain. Quick response, my little squirrel. By the way, you were supporting me, right? Yep. Handing this great audience off to you really lights my fire. But after this, I'll be the only diva. The dragon's daughter who sings at the center of Seraph. That's just your classic outfit, Liz. All life forms, all consciousness, who will idolize me. Been hitting the elixir, have we? I thought I told you to clean my palace. Not the enemies. You're still my maid, so do your job right. Ah, that I got bored, so I quit. Shoved my resignation letter right into Ryder's face. I'm a solo act now, not working for you or Saber. You're both beneath me. I'm a one-girl third party for Seraph. Straight from the abyss, it is I, the Princess of Darkness, Dark Ellie. Or Dark Eliza, if you want to be fancy. Sparkle? Dark Elizabeth, she never changes. Castor holds a cold, steady gaze. It looks like she's got nothing to say. Before I can stop myself, I mutter. You've got to be ripping off somebody. I'm Dark Ellie, or Dark Eliza. Don't make me say it again, you rude little squirrel. Okay, let me put it all together. Castor treated Elizabeth unfairly until Elizabeth couldn't take it anymore and revolted. Castor was the master of Elizabeth's servant, the queen to her scullery maid. This is the moment where the tables turn, maybe. But if that is the case, there's one thing I don't understand. How did Elizabeth become free? How did she dispel the chaos Castor cursed her with? Don't sweat the details. Point is, the fox's little slave girl is gone. Pretty naive, wasn't I? A maid looking for redemption? Ha! Like I could just wipe my sins away with a mop. I'll never be saved. I'll never be judged, and I'll never, ever be a good girl. So I'm going to destroy, violate, kill. I'll waste it all just for myself. Seraph's going to be my personal playground. You know what that means, right, Caster? I'm going to devour your useless little squirrel, cute as she is, and your regalia too. Steal the regalia, you say? Who put that silly little thought in your head? Good question. Doesn't matter, though. I figured it out on my own. I mean, it's kind of weird, don't you think? You being the Queen of Seraph? We're anti-heroes bathed in blood, but if you can be the one, then I can be the one, too. I'll be the ruler, the greatest ruler ever. I've just spilled as much blood as you have. I'll be greater than any king ever. The great king of terror from Mars, the red planet that dwarfs the moon cell. The great king of terror. I swear I've heard that phrase somewhere before. Red planet Mars? Someone else said that. Don't make me laugh, you little newt. You're just quoting astrology books to puff yourself up. You know what? I may accept your resignation. Good luck finding your next job. May I suggest comedian? Come to think of it, I could use a court jester with your skills. I could pay you top cash. Hell no, I was born a diva, a singer. But you know what? Say what you want this time. I'll let it slide. All I have to say to you is I declare war. I'll take both regalia. Don't underestimate my power, Caster. You better be ready. Damn it, Liz. She disappeared. We're about to face Saber for the last time, and now this gets thrown into the mix. Dark Ellie, Dark Eliza, Dark Elizabeth, whatever. Regardless, she's serious about wanting the regalia. No need to worry. She's just someone else's puppet. She'll implode before we even know it. What a bird brain. A mediocre maid. And she'd have been a terrible jester, honestly. Not worth the chump change I would have paid her. Please try not to worry, dear. Once we take Saber's regalia, our problems will be solved, and we'll be both unstoppable. Now off we go, and let nothing come between us. Let us begin. First we must draw the light of from the sun. Ah, shit. I didn't actually look to see if there were any arena traps this time. Understood. Good morning light. Please grant me your protection. Yes, I was aware Romani was not an arcade. On my honor as the Knight of the Sun, let us do battle. I didn't really need to do that. Are there two servants here? Oh, Jesus. Okay, I need to retreat. Because it wants me to lead Gawain to Lu Bu's area.
わらわ以外の太陽など目障りじゃ。
まともな勝負は久方ぶりよ。もうしばらく付き合ってもらうぞ。
しばらくしばらく味方の被害が拡大中。いかがしますマスター。このままだと味方がやられちゃいます。大丈夫です。あと少しで敵軍のレジムマトリクスが完成してしまいます。お急ぎを。そうだ。ときました。やっちゃいます。胃が大作火。
私を食い止めるというのですか。ムーンセル内に太陽光を引き込み、ガウェインを強化している模様ですね。指定したセクターを制圧し、太陽光を遮断するのがよろしいかと。二人が交戦を始めた。さあ、太陽光セクターを叩け。
ロープをぶつけてきたか。ガウェイン卿、そのやつは強敵だぞ。だらしのないこと。制圧完了しました。あとはお好きなどうぞ。
残存するセクターの制圧にかかる。
トッパでヒトビーや
Holy shit, are my own servants actually doing work?
進軍します。優しく殺してもらいましょう。アサシンの相手は私の。キャスター、あなたは太陽光セクターを。
Where's the...
胃が大作火。
戦隊撃破とは。いや、サーバントというものは全く。
見飽きました。ご主人様。いざ。水、イカズチ。ティレスがよ、虫けらぶ。これぐらいはしていただかないと。
なかなかやりますね。ですが、勝利は我が剣に。
制圧完了。この調子で徹底的にぶっ潰します。
残存する太陽光セクターはわずかに一気に攻め落とす。
プラント発見で。私、大嫌いです。私、花が来るんです。やあ。目障り。お覚悟。飛び上がれ。一歩当選。やっちゃいます。胃が大作火。
Knocked all three out at once. That's neat.
制圧完了。この調子で徹底的にぶっ潰します。
驚嘆すべき力です王妃。あなたこそ支配者にふさわしい。
炎天よ、払え。嬉しいです。マスター、戻りました。では、フ 調子で徹底的にぶっ潰します。
素晴らしい戦果だ。素晴らしい戦果だ。
ひとっ飛びです。ノンストップです。舞い上がっていただきます。その顔見当てます。
Yeah, hers jumping around like Sonic the Hedgehog is kind of funny. Alright, where's those? Ah, hello there. One more. Done.
この調子で徹底的にぶっ潰します。反撃参ります。
All right.
いい加減飽きてきましたね。そろそろ済ませてしまいたいのですが。こちらじゃ華麗に決め。やれやれ、セクタートラップです。コードキャスト借りてます？マスター、コードキャストを。
Yeah, I know I got hit by a sector trap. I should have paid attention to that before, but it should be deactivated now. Alright, there's an invasion going down there. Well, that's unfortunate. That 4 is technically the best one to take. And I'll go after it in a second. I just want to see what I can do about this area. Alright. I need to go deal with those. Alright, on to the next plant. This should actually be a pretty easy area to take over, because all the... You know, it's amazing how much better and much more fun this game feels when you can actually see what's going on.
驚嘆すべき力です王妃。あなたこそ支配者にふさわしい。
Okay, this is the more at-risk plant, 'cause it's right there. Alright, let's go deal with that other plant now. Alright, I need to clear out this room. Alright. I wish the two bases I needed to take weren't across the way from each other. Okay. Back to the first base. Are there not enough keys? Why do I feel like oh no, I've got it. Okay. I'm just gonna go take that first base. All right. Any other items around here? I can go pick that up. By the way, dear, I have another rather abrupt question for you. Once we take the care of the Emperor, Saber, I'll be able to grant our every little desire. So then, what will you wish for with your royal authority? Please say whatever you like. The Regalia. Once we restore it, I'm sure we'll be able to wish for anything I want, and the moon cell itself will not give it, or will give it to me. But on the spot, I can't think of anything in particular. It's an odd little paradox. Humans don't always want what they can easily have. Besides, I already have everything I want. If I had to choose a wish right now, I might wish for Castor's special breakfast, or for a nice present to give her, something she'd like. My husband, your gaze is making me dizzy. I think I'm getting a nosebleed. Do you have any greed in you at all? Oh? My husband's soul, passive in a way, but strong at the core. Anyway, forget all that. Be greedy. You can have anything, so go ahead and ask for it. Any amount of luxury, all kinds of riches, infinite authority over immeasurable lands. The finest wines, the finest meals, the finest clothes, and palace, and bed sheets, the finest wife. Wait, you already have that. The finest wife, well, what about the finest husband? No matter, I already have her to stand by. Those sudden words? That gaze, oh, you don't know what you do to me. Even though your wild side is faded, the charm of those silent eyes, it's something else. Ah, this. It almost made me forget what kind of danger we're in. You do cause me trouble sometimes, don't you? Peeping, are you? What would your people think of you, Saber? You tread upon my land with your wayward hands and amorous glances. Be thankful I have not yet cast stones upon you both. But if I might offer a whisper of praise, your tenacity has impressed me. Perhaps you could even stand face me woman to woman. You deserve to know I have held back with you until now. I held my blade askance for fear of harming the praetor, and because you and I once fought as allies, but now the time for half measures is past. Forgive me, my other praetor. I shall free you from that shrew in fox's guise. You love your fancy speeches, don't you? The Mooncell has chosen me, not you. Do you still not understand that? I used to envy your ignorant bliss, but now I just pity you. The midday sun has scorched Rome's sacred tree, and all its dreams with it. Let my empire swallow yours up and be done with it. You dare insult my divine ancestor Romulus himself. You have reached the end of my patience. You invoke Apollo, but I am Venus in the flesh. I yield only to the fine young ladies, not to you. Oh, now you've said it. Too old, am I? I'm not even out of my 20s. There's no choice but to roast you alive. Taste the power of my regalia, Nero Claudius. Why does she get to start in that form? I could start in that form too if I wanted to. In fact, perhaps I should. Oh, is that gonna kill me? Yeah, it just killed me. Huh, I actually cleared all the bond missions this time. Nifty. How, Praetor? And I lost? I have to save Seraph and the Earth below it, but I... What do you mean about saving Earth? All you did was fight me and lose. Why are you making it complicated? Let's just say I'm stronger than the Earth and leave it at that. Now prepare yourself, Emperor. You've been through so much together, but it's over now. Time for the moment of truth. Praetor. The moment I witnessed it, I sympathized with her for doing the obvious. Hakuno Kishinami stands and protects Saber. I've never had that kind of conviction, but if it were Castor's life at stake, I'd like to think I'd simply do the same. Well then, you're the side of my husband who chooses to stay with her. The mind, the personality in a sense. But what you're missing is your wisdom. Do you understand what's happening here? That servant behind you just lost. There's no reason to defend her. She's about to lose her regalia too. That means the one you should stand up for is me, the one and only Castor. So repeat after me. I choose Castor. Just say that, then I'll... She would never. There's no way she's coming over to our side. She belongs next to Saber. She's decided to stay with her, just as I've decided to stay next to Castor. Until the very end. There's no difference. Narrow here. Her face slips a tiny bit. I wonder if I'm the only one to notice. Her mood, her tone, even the way she stands and breathes. I spot all those cues. A number of cracks and peels form in Castor's queen persona. I can almost see one or two of her millions of pent-up feelings slipping out. You're always taking from me, Nero, just like last time. The Moon's Holy Grail War. At the end, the ones who made it to the Mooncell Core were my husband and you. I wasn't there. I was separated, you remember? I never saw what happened in that room, so when I received the regalia, I was happy. Truly happy from the bottom of my heart. I thought I'd finally been chosen out of everyone. When I saw that bright light shining on my finger, I knew it in my heart. But then, I saw you had the same ring. Imagine what I felt like. It was a shock to say the least, but unfortunately for you, I do win this time. You had your turn, now it's mine. We're even. And if you have any objections, you can scream them from the depths of hell. I hold all of Seraph in my hand. Ah, my lovely, feast your eyes. Both regalia are mine. The Millennium Capital is no longer enough. We are the sun. We will shine our flame over all things everywhere. I cannot bear to watch this. You are a monster, and your beauty beguiled us all and concealed your cunning. Yes, exactly. Now you know what a monster I am. Cower before my shining visage. In the east, great kings hear of whispers of deception. In the west, they hear the call of the Huxian, the rise of the legendary fox. I was once the terror of humanity. Once I wanted nothing more than to escape from that past. But I don't care anymore. Not at all. If I can dream this fleeting dream, if I can have our kingdom, then nothing else matters, my husband. Our gaze is locked in place. Most wizards would either wither at the mere sight of Castor's eyes. I don't know whether her heart or magic have the stronger hold on me. I don't care. I don't look away from her gaze. I stare back into Castor's golden eyes as they cling to me. There are no other thoughts in my mind right now. Nothing more important than her. My. That you stare so longingly into the face of wretchedness. A bond of the ballads, to be sure. I yield. The strength of your magnificent union is simply beyond my will to challenge. I will temporarily lend you my regalia. And may the good master keep you honest with it. Farewell, Castor. I await your inevitable apology. And good day, other praetor. Are we the baddies? That was going through my mind too, Tacos. Apology? Don't hold your breath. You lost your lover at the last moment because you were too soft with your enemy. Goodbye, Saber. Pardon me for saying so, but you and I will never meet again. Just as one would expect from the regalia's rightful owner. Victory is once again yours. Very good, very good. But the rest is now up to me. Reintegrating the regalia requires my unique skills as the system administrator. So please excuse my abruptness, but we have to move with haste. You seem impatient, Archimedes. Do you care about the regalia that much? It is necessary for your rulership over all that is, and for the tranquility of Seraph. Ah, the tranquility of Seraph. You make it sound so serene. Your tongue spins like the blades of a pinwheel. A scholar must be eloquent. that his teachings be clear for future generations. Speaking of which, if we could move along, once the Regalia is reunified, all will be as it should. Prosperity will come to this world, and never again will your peace be threatened. We must begin. Raise your hand to the heavens and restore their true shape. Now present the other Regalia from the false king. Archimedes seems slightly rushed. I'm not the only one who sees that. Castor sees it too. She stands beautifully as always, but I can see the quivers of caution in her fingertips. No one says a word. Even the air stands still. The thrills and tears of the Battle of Saber have washed away. Castor's cold and vicious queen persona is fading. Sensing what Archimedes is trying to do, she reverts to her natural self and... Please do not move a muscle, master. Heavens me, I have a bad feeling about... The Regalia is mine! Where did that voice come from? Damn it, Liz! Up above. Right over our heads, Dark Elizabeth. Dark Elizabeth. She drops right in and grabs the ring. But why are you acting like a flying dragon? What are you doing, young maid? This is not a child's toy. Please don't make the mistake of putting it on. I'm no maid, thank you very much. I saw an opening and I made my grand, dainty, sneaky entrance. And I'm not Dark Elizabeth. I am Dark Eliza. Or Dark Ellie. You got that? She scolds me. Dark Ellie. Dark Ellie. I'll just call her Deli for short. You're going to call me what now? Come on, you can think of something better than that. Well, she's a picky little dragon. We all knew that. Not that I care about that, but you have quite the report going, don't you? No. Well, just a little. I'm like the childhood friend of a who's sick of being treated like a kid. Look, forget the name. I'm just looking out for myself here. Watch this. I'll prove to all of you here and now who deserves the Regalia most. You'll be roasted alive, Deli! The amount of mana is tremendous. I don't need an analysis code cast to see the negative reaction. No matter how you look at it, the amount of mana is increasing at a dangerous level. No single servant would be able to harness this much power safely. Even if Elizabeth had a proper master, it's not something she could control. The mana starts focusing, and then it starts expanding. Then it starts degenerating. At this rate, Elizabeth and the Regalia will both shatter. You take that off this instant. You'll be burned alive. Don't you try to scare me out of this. Look, it fits perfectly. What? Didn't think I could do this, did you, Castor? I made a few special adjustments just for this. No way it's going to blow up on me now. Are you seeing this, Your Majesty? I'm right there on your level now. Impossible. This can't be possible. Another Regalia leader? So that means... Yes, that's the face I wanted to see. Your towering pride crumbling down. And look, little squirrel, I'm the sovereign now. Everything belongs to me. Everything on the moon belongs to me. No one else gets anything. All the castle, dresses, jewels, lives, blood, and mana, all mine. Everything is mine. Everything will belong to me. I know why Castor is letting her say all that. She must feel it too. Whether Elizabeth is doing this on purpose or not, Castor must have seen who she sounded like. Elizabeth and Castor, princess and courtesan, facing each other from across the throne room. Both with the same destructive beauty, the monstrously royal gestures. Both of them anti-heroic spirits, both tainted by the supreme power of royal authority. Both of them brazenly haughty queens. Neither of them can ever help surrendering to their greed. They each want to be tallest, the most beautiful flower. They know their beauty makes others suffer. They want to seize power over everyone, entire countries worth of people, and swallow everything whole. I see that now as Elizabeth stands before Castor like she would with a mirror. Seraph's Rome, Seraph's Millennium Capital. The war between you is over. None of you won. You got the bad ending. Speaking of which, your empire is shoddy at best. All this talk about enjoyment and prosperity, that's all it is. Just talk. Me, I'll take all of Seraph for myself and drink its blood and tears until it's dry. A ruler has to be cold, merciless, uncaring. I've got royal blood in me. I'm perfect for the job. Now it's time to show my subjects my unconditional love. I'll gently wring the taxes out of them until they're all shambling husks. This fantasy is beyond foolish. It's impossible to take that much control with just one regalia. There's no point without the other pieces. Oh yeah? You're right. I forgot. Good thing the Queen's ring is right there. So since I've got one to spare, let me try something. It really does look tasty, doesn't it? What? Huh? Seriously, what? All sparkly and glistening. The sweetest little jewel I ever saw. Wait, just a minute, please. What kind of idiot would ever say a ring looks tasty? Oh, wait. Mogu, Mogu. She ate it? Damn it, Elizabeth. What? Well, dragons do love shiny things. What was she supposed to do with it sparkling that close to her mouth? They say dragons hoard treasure for no good reason. But maybe she has reasons. Maybe they're perfectly good reasons. Who am I to judge? We don't kink shame here. I feel like my stomach's about to... What? No. Wait, what's this light? No, I was all adjusted for this. Why is this... Why am I burning? I'm burning. The mana focuses and condenses. Elizabeth's body is about to explode. Serve or not, there's no way she can hold that much power inside her. The mana's out of control. It's an auto-defense system against unworthy wielders. So this is how it works from inside. No, now's not the time for analysis. What to do? It's pounding my stomach. Hey, DJ, the amp volume's too high. No, that's not it. No. How horrible. Oh, that's unfortunate. Were you about to rush to her aid, my dearest? No need. Our little newt just swallowed her ring whole. Even I didn't see that coming. What? Does this mean it's been eradicated? There's no sign from the regalia. It has faded from within Elizabeth's body entirely. It's gone. Half the symbol of the moon cell automaton's royal authority gone, just like that. Oh, why? Again? Why? After I navigated so many variables, you, anti-hero, how many times will you get in my way? I can't take you anywhere. You embarrassment, you bottom-feeding, useless servant! Why does it have to end this way? What did I do wrong? Stupid! Wow. Whose fault is this, huh? Not mine. So whose is it? It's your fault, you stupid! Had to let the Bacchus play out. Thank you for pronouncing that for me, Liz. Rip. It comes out of nowhere. A powerful strike from the true name of her noble phantasm being revealed straight on. Archimedes doesn't have time to evade or block it. All he can do is take it. This noble phantasm is more powerful than anything I've ever seen from Elizabeth. It blows Archimedes completely away without leaving so much as a single speck of Spiritron. The digital body of the heroic spirit Archimedes is completely erased. Did absorbing the regalia upgrade her powers? Is the explanation of that simple? Whatever the reason, Elizabeth is dangerous now. Maybe to all of us. I have a unique tension, something I can't describe in words all around me. Castor takes on a combat stance. I can't say I blame her. What now, huh? All that big talk, and what have you got to show for it? See how powerful I am? Just you watch, little squirrel. This is the new me. I'm Dark Eliza squared. So, you listen to every word I say. With this power, I will... My husband? The sky, it's splitting. Fractures run through it like cracks in glass. What is this? Hey, Castor, what did you do? Is this from a noble phantasm? It's not from Castor. It's from something strong enough to split the world. Wait, I know what this is. Why? Why are they coming here? Why? Darkness beyond Seraph, the unknown territories, the Zero Dark 30. Yeah, this situation got out of control fast.
あやつはいつぞやご主人様を誘ったフラッチ者。
That's the intruder who seduced my husband the other day. Why do you have a regalia too? Beyond the hole in the world, another dimension, a pitch black one. I can't see a thing inside until black lights come swarming outward. What are they, attack programs? No, maybe there's something else. What they are is broken. The lights might have been attack programs once, but now they're warped, corrupted. They've been afflicted with a disease. Their old functions no longer work as designed. They just continue to run and run until their bodies crumble and break. This process is the embodiment of destruction, and it has trampled down many lives. They cannot be allowed to spread through Seraph. They are an incurable disease, a deadly poison, a virus that bites down and leeches off the world itself. Ooh, a void cell.
間違えるな。
Don't misunderstand. I am your owner. What do you mean, owner? Who are... I stretch my hand out, but I can't reach far enough. The swarm rains down, annihilating everything in the area and swallowing up Elizabeth. Elizabeth, who had just displayed astonishing power, is gone in a heartbeat. The murky stream sweeps away the girl who swallowed the regalia. As the maiden in white gives the signal, the army stops in its track. Maiden in white. Ah, of course, I've seen her before.
私は
I am the great king. I am destruction itself, falling like a star to crush all those beneath. Her brown skin, tall and slender body, and unforgettable red eyes. She has the look of a warrior. No doubt about it, she's definitely someone who fights.
破壊の
Destruction. Cool, corrupted countess, CCC. My husband! The flashlight shaved off a piece of existence itself. It even destroyed the air. Just being near it makes my head pound and my guts quiver. If Castor hadn't protected me, I don't know what would have happened. The Great King of Destruction, that's what she called herself, and I know she means exactly what she says. She is destruction personified, and her vow to crush the world is no empty boast.
宝具ではない。
That wasn't a noble phantasm. That was her regular attack. It looks like she's specialized to attack this world. Castor's voice is serious. She holds on to her regal confidence, but I can see she's under pressure much more so than with Saber. She's not just perturbed or confused. There's something deeper and darker churning inside. Something like... The red eyes gaze toward us, like I know they have before. That vision in my room, I saw her face, heard her voice. A servant I shouldn't know, but I still remember her name. The Sword of Mars, the Scourge of God, a servant who sleeps in the Zero Dark and can reach up to Heaven's throne. Her name is... Altera. The heroic spirit Altera. Castor announces the name. It's not the first time I've heard someone say it. I hear a familiar voice. Who's speaking, Castor? No. It's the other person here, in other words. From beyond the break in the world, someone walks out of the darkness. At first, I can't see the figure's face, but I don't have to. I know what they look like. The same voice calls out, "This is not what you promised, Altera. I don't want to see this much destruction from you." It's Hakuno Kishinami's voice. If I heard my own voice played back to me, it would sound just like that. And the voice belongs to the woman who stands beside Altera. A third, with you. Why am I not surprised? The three parts of the digital self, yes? Mind, soul, and body. I worried Master's body might have disappeared somewhere. But you, Miss Unknown Threat, you captured it, didn't you? Faced with such a powerful presence, Castor stands her ground unflinching. I'm impressed. I don't think she's ever met anyone this hellbent on destruction. Not in the Holy Grail War, and not in the Labyrinth. What is this feeling? Could Castor know her? The Maiden in White, the Warrior of Destruction, does she know who or what Altera is?
ですがきな
Wonders never cease. To see you appear as a proper servant. Yes, I had an inkling since you set your trap back in my room, but I would have never guessed that anyone could be more sinful than I. You were once human yourself, yes? You'll speak when spoken to. What are you? Have you forgotten? I suppose you wouldn't recognize me now. I've traveled to the high heavens as well as the underworld. There's no need for anyone to know who I am. As long as I'm here, the past is irrelevant. The same to you, servant. Burn like the beast you appear to be. Oh, aren't you even going to answer my question? Great king of destruction. My husband, join me. Hurry and I'll burn through my entire moon crux. We'll use it to retreat. Well, that escalated quickly. Like, things really got out of hand. I guess we both have our share of bruises this time. After all these battles, we're still breathing. Even with the extra strength from the regalia, I admit I'm a little winded. She's right. Altera is one severely powerful woman, and we were both winded to begin with after fighting Saber. It's a wonder we survived it all. Liz killed a guy. And I'm definitely a little drained myself. How did we survive that act exactly? I used the regalia to boost our speed. That's how we managed to escape. As you can see, I had to call up every drop of mana I had left after all that fighting. But not to worry, this lovely, lovely Temple of Pleasure is always open for both healing and relaxation. Temple of lovely, she must be tired. Might as well call the palace Jungle Palace or Donkey Palace while we're at it. Okay, I'm tired. I saw all those words and settled down. Yes, the lovely, lovely my room. So much better than other people's rooms. That is, it will be once I finish adding these other features. Just lie back and look forward to them. Well, it looks like she's in good spirits at least, but I'm glad for that. Oh, don't get me wrong, I'm exhausted to the core. I just happen to enjoy thinking about luxuries. So with all that said, here we go. Here we are with one futon and 2 pillows. Time to get some rest. And if we rest together, the healing effect will be doubled. Incidentally, I've declared today the Queen's day off. Just as I think she's going in for a hug, she collapses on the futon, taking me with her. As I look up in surprise, darling, Tamamo wants a new kimono. She's fallen asleep so fast. It almost looks like she's fainted. Carrying me all the way back here must have really taken a toll on her. As I caress her soft face, I close my eyes. At least the battle with Saber's over now. We can start worrying about Altera when we wake up. So I think we should pick up where we left off on that little lap pillow business. Just hold still and relax. Feel free to nod off. In fact, could you even resist the temptation to fall asleep? There's no better place in the world to sleep. I call this Low Resistance Shrine Maiden Pillow. LRSMP for short. You can even call it my second noble phantasm. Here, let me. Caster's fingers gently brush through my hair. Ah, yes, that line about her second noble phantasm was not an exaggeration. In fact, I kind of wish it was her first. The eightfold blessing is useless. Ah! Whoop, my hand slipped and I nicked the back of your neck, darling. Did you just think something naughty? I shake my head like an otter. Hopefully she gets the message. Anyway, back to Caster's lap pillow. This soft elastic feel could never be replicated with the finest advancements in pillow technology. There's an eminence to it that just can't be matched anywhere else. To put it as eloquently as I can right now, it feels really, really good. But this isn't an ordinary lap pillow. On top of that, you see how your head is locked in place? So now, if you lend me your ear, no, not to talk. On top of the lap pillow, another stimulant is taking control of my upper body, including my arms and legs. Is this an ear cleaning? Is there a point to cleaning ears on a digital body? Well, why bother asking? A Spiritron clone is basically a body of the highest order. It feels good physically. It should feel good here. Comfort is comfort, right? Now you get the idea. Just surrender yourself and let me take care of you. As I gently hold you in place on my lap, here's the special ear cleaning that only couples can have. Oh, I'm a winner. For a wife, this is a great reward. Thank you very much, my husband. I said that before I even thought it. I should be the one thanking you for doing something this wonderful. No, the pleasure's all mine. This makes me just as happy as it does you. This has always been my dream. And as strange as it might be to say it, I want to thank you for everything up to this point. I've never thanked you enough for putting up with all my selfishness. So for now, please just relax and let me do what I do best, won't you? Sassy Hakuno. My territories are being taken away one by one, and by taken away I mean destroyed. Karna, Ryder, and Lubu are working to hold off the enemy's brutality, but it's only a matter of time. If Altera's forces of destruction aren't stopped, there will be nothing left of Seraph. What do you want to do? I want to stay with you, my master. Come what may, I'll stay by your side to the very end. So I was hoping you would fight alongside me, even if we stand no chance at all. Thank God. That makes this conversation easier. If Castor decided to fight, then I, her master, will fight with her. Simple as that. Even if our chances are slim and we both end up eradicated, I'll have no regrets. I decided from the beginning to see it through with Castor to the very end. No questions, Thank you very much, my dear. For being my master, You're alive? What is that? You're making me cry. I'm laughing so hard my stomach hurts. Oh wow, losing your cool already. What happened to all that regal bearing? Elizabeth Bathory appears before us in her full Dark Eliza persona. This castle has powerful barriers posted everywhere, so storming in directly, let alone sneaking in undetected, it's difficult to say the least, but she's done it. Oh, you finally got my name right. Thanks, little squirrel. If you'd gotten it wrong again, I would have squeezed you to death and drank you dry, but I'll hold off on that for now. Anyway, putting that aside, I've come here to throw you a bone. By my own choice, mind you, but also by the will of the Umbral Star. Umbral Star? Oh, look at you. The moon's big star. So fancy and cryptic now, you little newt. And look at those designs on that body of yours. Let me guess, another gift from your new sponsor? Well, now, how royally perceptive of you. That's right, this black corrosion is the mark of the Umbral Star's power. I've accepted a small piece of that power. I've let it change me, change everything about me, just so I can bring you down. That's how I could take on the Regalia, break it, and dissolve it into pure mana, strengthen my spirit core. In bringing this heroic spirit of destruction to Seraph, the Umbral Star was totally behind that too. Simply put, the Umbral Star is the cause of everything. The Star of Destruction, back again after 14,000 years. It infects, it destroys, it feeds until there's nothing left. The doom of every world in the galaxy. My very own. Velber. For a split second, I think I see something. An illusion? No, a memory. An event that I witnessed, but that took place long ago. Something that carved a mark in the moon cell. Velber, Can't say I've heard of any myth or legend by that name, but it sounds right. Oh, huh? I thought you'd be a little more surprised. Guess you must have seen it all with your big old origin story, right? You dirty little dragon whelp. Don't let that power go to your head. I can still sew your mouth shut. Oh, you're scaring me. You're the one who should be scared, even if you are an avatar of some god somewhere, no. If you really do come from a god, then you must be feeling it already. This scary, 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 creepy, creepy, unnatural being destroyed all of nature. Any of that ring a bell yet? The Umbral Star's messenger, the White Titan. You're shaking, little squirrel. Maybe you do remember something. Well, hey, I'll be nice and spell it out for you. The moon cell automaton is practically absolute. There's basically nothing humanity can do to threaten it. Even when threats do occur, the moon cell doesn't normally consider them enemies, just minor distractions at best. But the moon cell does have one enemy. The enemy. That's what the Umbral Star is. An enemy beyond humanity, beyond our galaxy. In other words, it comes from space and it's evil. Oh, now you remember. Yeah, that's it. That's it. The Cosmic Devourer of Velber. A force of ultimate destruction. It's a 14,000-year tour. And it's ravaged Earth before in the Age of Gods, when the Earth is rich with true ether long ago. The moon cell automaton could barely defend itself. Valber stabbed the moon, and all it could do was wait for the end. But the real hell wasn't on the moon, it was down below. The Dorn Velber dug into the moon cell to send its material body to Earth. Sepher, the White Titan. Sephir's spiritrons infected the Earth's wildlife, transforming the creatures completely black. Then they trampled all civilization. I saw the ground burning. I saw the world burning. I saw every inch, every corner torn by pain and corruption. I felt the world's despair as the invaders spread and multiplied like cancer cells. The catastrophe destroyed all civilizations. Without clemency or judgment, the beasts of nature suffered horrible mutations, ran amok, and ultimately fell to ash. Prophets protested that the end had come too soon. Rulers called upon their people to fight. Scholars said that it was too late. But some people clung to their optimism, believing that at least some of them would endure. Until the White Titan made its appearance. True story. 14,000 years ago, Velber appeared in this solar system, destroyed all of Earth's early civilizations, and left nothing behind. It even took the if futures, a bunch of possible outcomes that the moon cell had accumulated up until that time. Now, of course, that pissed the moon cell off. Figuratively speaking, it's a computer. It doesn't have emotions. You fool. The moon cell wouldn't get angry even if it could. It's an infallible strategist. It has a plan for everything. Oh, look at who's so smart. Well, yeah, you're right. The moon cell sensed the return of the Umbral Star. This time, to keep from getting hacked, it locked its core away. That's just defense, right? You want to keep a knife handy to shank the intruder? That's where you come in. The winner of the Holy Grail War, the grand prize, the royal authority. It's all meant to fight Velber. You got it. In other words, all those fancy perks you got for winning, those were just bait for the trap. You got suckered into this. Dumb, right? All that fighting just so you can go off and fight some more. But you know, it's not too late. You could come over to our side. It seems someone needs a lesson in respect. The Umbral Star will respect you. Well, it'll tolerate you as long as you join us. I mean, I assume Velber's okay with it. I haven't really asked Altera, but let me talk to them and I'll take care of it. It's not a bad deal, right, Castor? We'll take you and the little squirrel. How audacious. How insolent. How rude. I am the ruler of the Millennium Capital. For Seraph, for the world? No, no. Forget all that. Now you scurry off, you little newt, and you tell that thing from me. I'll never forgive Altera for blindsiding me while I was trying to talk and catch up with her. But if it's war she wants, I accept. Okay, negotiations over then. Fine, have it your way. For the record, I've been a perfect diplomat here. If we didn't offer terms before a fight, we'd be barbarians. In fact, I'm glad you said all that, especially that part about not fighting for Seraph. If you had said that, I'd have stabbed you. Still, I do have to ask because it's kinda weird. What's your problem with Altera anyways? You're an anti-hero. You destroy humans, and they destroy you. Altera and I are just the same way. If you don't care what happens to Seraph, then why don't we all conquer it together and have some fun? Yes, that would be fun. I am an anti-hero. I was never meant to be good. Humans have always feared me, and they never respected me. See, you understand that about yourself, so we should all shake hands and... You think all humans get along, or all monsters get along? Oh, you're so adorable, you know that? You don't understand. You may be an anti-hero, but you're still human, too. Monsters attack humans because humans are their favorite. They're tender and warm, and they come in so many delicious flavors. We don't hate them. What we do is hate our inhuman monsters. inhumane monsters, and those who we hate from the bottom of our hearts. Oh, okay. Now I see how you feel. You know, it's funny. I almost bought all that confidence. You look like you almost brought it. Or bought it. But here you are, grasping at straws. You can't be together with humans. Even if you try, you know it never ends well. So you just want to milk what you've got until your luck runs out. Maid. Nailed it, didn't I? Well, too bad. I couldn't poach you, but regardless, mission clear. It's been fun, Caster. I'm done emceeing now. So that's all that's left is the main event. You being my senior, I'll give you what you deserve. You'll die like the shriveled old bug you are, and then I'll mount the little squirrel's head right next to yours. Caster, I have an emergency to report. An enemy servant attacked the territory I was guarding and ground it into dust instantly. I can't describe how strong they are. I'm very sorry to hear that. Are you alright, my honored guest? Personally, I'm fine, but let me say it again. The enemy will grind everything to dust. The enemy's servant forces of destruction have established their base in an ancient temple territory. As long as he's there, if they have an edge in firepower, I'd put our chances at 50-50, if we can get to him. You're speaking highly of this man. Hero of charity, Alterra must have found a formidable hero. Your eyes must see what his true name is. Say it, and I'll put him down myself. I say it with all respect. Our enemy is the first man to unite ancient Mesopotamia, the king of heroes, Gilgamesh. Yeah, that's not good. We do seem to attract the most impressive enemies, don't we? The king of heroes himself. And here I assume the vanguards of the Umbral Star would be some kind of aliens. It'd be funny if it weren't so sad. Poor little me abandoned by the heavens themselves for the look of things. Her expression doesn't match her tone. What does she really think? Can the Queen of the Empire take on the King of the Heroes? No, you didn't think I could, did you? If we're just comparing spiritual course, he outclasses me by leaps and bounds. But I do happen to have a trump card. 2 of them, in fact. My destined husband and the Regalia's royal authority. He might have the numbers on his side, but I have better reasons to win. Wow, now that's the caster I know, standing tall in the face of unbeatable foe. I can say the same for you, Master. Even Mr. Karna looked nervous about Gilgamesh, but here you are, still smiling. Ah, that's... Huh? Are you smiling just because you're with me? Well, now this is a surprise. You're giving me so many ideas right now. Oh, if only we had more time before the battle. The stakes up ahead will be higher than ever before. We have to put our feelings aside and move forward. But Master, just so you don't hesitate on the battlefield, is there anything you would like to ask first? I don't know much, I'm sorry to say. I assume we're talking about one of the 3 main parts of the digital form, the body, I believe, but why is Alterra has the body, whether the body is her prisoner or whether something else is going on? But I couldn't say. Maybe Archimedes might have known. I'm sorry, honey. There's nothing else I can do right now. Okay. Let's take a look at the new items for Codecast and Insta skills. So I have a new Insta skill. Let's see. I've been going largely red and yellow. Let's see. Do I have a good yellow one? Increases healing items and the power of Codecasts and healing of the power of Codecasts and items, or yeah, I'll fill the Extella gauge faster. Do 2 of those. And let's see, what can I... Flame Emblem sealed. Interesting. Well, I'll make that, because that actually looks pretty useful. Change, defense up, resist flame, and 332 heals. That's actually really good. Alright, I'm not going to... I am playing the next level tonight, but I do need to use the restroom, but I do want to take a look at the next level. Is it... No arena trap... Oh, no, it's got an ice arena trap. Okay, that's... fun. Do I have a Mystic Code with an ice arena trap protection? I do not. Okay, this will be fun. Yeah, bathroom break. What's funny is we were making really good time with that last level. That was a long cutscene. Okay, give me 2 seconds here. I have to adjust something. All right. All right, I'm back. Okay, it was... Oop, nope, that's not it. Was it Control Shift? Insert? Alt Shift? Control Shift? Control. Yeah, Tamamo instantly clocks Archimedes and Control Insert. What is the... No. There we go. Alt Enter. No, it's very much going a completely different direction than Neuro's story, which I am very glad for. Actually, that's a good thing. I'll get back to chat, reading chat real quickly. Okay, so last time I looked at chat was when I started making Anchorman references. The Ippy no Mae. Sassy Hawker. I love that line. About Tomo's normal NP being kind of useless because it low key extra like this. I found more in the end game of extra CCC for sure, but Tamamo no Mae's NP is a little too hard to pull off in normal play, as most NPs in the extra games are. You really can only pull it off in boss fights, and in boss fights, it's nice to have that one turn of damage spam. But it's just not as good as just instantly winning the fight after 2/3 of the HP are gone, or amongst other, like some of the other NPs. Let's see. But yeah, no, I'm sure that was a bit of a sassy comment regarding Tomo's NP and extra. No, this route is the exact same length as Nero's. Actually, I think the only route that's longer is the next one. Altera's route's longer, but not the final route. It's hilarious how it's kind of shifted around. Yes, the B back screen's very fitting. Discussion about Romani in arcade. Yeah, I know that Romani wasn't in arcade. Oh, did the discussion about Romani in arcade move to Discord? I have my notifications muted for Discord while I'm streaming, so I'll probably get to see all that after stream. No, it does make sense to have Altera's route be the long one. Alright, let's get started. No way to counter this arena trap. This ought to be fun. Oh, perfect. I'm at the right level this time. Wow, you're really close to already getting a... Oh! That's not good. Basically, I just gotta let Altera do her thing and still win this. That's fun. That was an easy enough take. Oh, that's not what I meant to do. And I've lost Lu Bu. That's fun. That pulls me out of the danger zone at least.
シーンは間に合ったか。さすがだね。
私が至らなかったから主よお許しを。次はお前だライダー。お相手しましょう。全力を持ってあなたを阻みます。こちらに来ました。ではこの戦いをお渡しします。
行くがいいアルテラ。貴様の力を雑種どもに知らしめてやれ。
言葉は多いない理由を言われつ立ちはだかる敵を破壊する。舞い上がっていただきます。
I need to stop that big take, though.
「風向きが怪しくなってまいりました」「救援行っときます」「あと少しで敵軍のレジムマトリクスが完成してしまいます」
And too late. Okay.
スタンバイ。セクタートラップですよご主人様。
Actually, it'd be really bad to lose that. I need to go.
マスター
Let's destroy this plant and then.
味方がピンチですご主人様。面倒ですが助けに行きましょう。ご主人様
I might lose this one.
あちらを倒しましょう。
Yeah, I lost. Okay.
敵軍のレジムマトリクスが完成してしまいました。
Alright, we'll try it again. Okay, let's not waste time here. I want to go stop some invasions.
雑種が入り込んだものだ。俺の仕事ではないのだが、あのマスターであれば俺が裁定しよう。アルテラよ、貴様の軍勢を使うぞ。
When did you get here?
拷問踏みにじり最高ね。
Is YouTube censoring you even though you're a mod, Tacos? What the hell?
好きにしろ。私も阻むものを破壊する。
Where is Liz?
アルテラというさ、常軌を逸した魔力を有している。もはや英霊以上の何かだ。部活に接近すればただでは済むまい。戦場全体を意識し、他に戦うべき場所がある。
飛びや殺してやるから。ここであったり100年目の皆さん。今までの恨みを倍にして返してや
Where's Jean? Ooh. Okay, I do need to stop a couple invasions here. Much as I want to keep fighting Jean, I can't let the plants take those big, high-priority targets. And now Jean has moved on to a high priority target. Awesome.
次はお前だライダーお相手しましょう全力を持ってあなたを阻みますあと少しで敵軍のレジムマトリクスが完成してしまいますお急ぎは味方がピンチですご主人様ですが助けに行きましょう
Ouch. That particular aggressor there is really annoying here. Where's the big guy? Yeah, let's not fight you. オーケー。
この調子で徹底的にぶっ潰します。
Alright, just Gilgamesh to deal with now. I don't think I'm going to take every sector. Altair is too much of a thorn in my side for this map for me to pull that off. Oh, and I just get to go straight into the portal. Okay.
ポータルの起動を確認した。あの先にギルガメッシュがいるはずだ。ポータルへ向かうがいい。決着。よくぞここまでたどり着いた。では裁定を始めるとしよう。心して前例で挑め。原初の地獄がお前を引き込むぞ。
原初の地獄とは笑わせる。国作りも知らぬ身で小桜。バビロニアの英雄を。ご主人様、ここは引けません。今こそ決着をつけに行きましょう。
楽しげに制圧。
Where's the other circuit?
今日を滑る女は違うという。
Oh, okay.
このままだと味方がやられちゃいます。じゃあいい加減飽きてきましたね。そろそろ済ませてしまいたいのですが。ノンストップです。味方が攻められているようですね。このままだと味方がやられちゃいます。ブランドです。ご主人様、まずはあちらを倒しましょう。マスター、コードキャストを。私のミスですね。これはこうなると挽回は難しい。
I love that he's getting as much pomp and circumstance as the other bosses. Oh, Jesus.
総評にしては潔いではないか。
誰が可愛いニコギツネですか。追い詰められているのはそちら。お命頂戴いたします。反撃参りますね。天末敵面。よく燃えます。
くだらぬ呪術で俺に傷をつけた。王への負け。
いっちゃうぞ。たまもちゃん、本気モード。きたきたきた。お仕置きの時間ですよ。
くだらぬ呪術。くだらぬ呪術で俺に傷をつけた。王への負け。システムを見よ。なんてうまい。今のやつは危険だ。注意しろ。見事達成。けば飛ぶ神装甲ではなかったのか。死に吹けば飛ぶ神装甲ではなかったのか。存外しぶといではないか。狐知れ者がその大関死をもって償うがいい。公務を使うつもりだ。急いで阻止しろ。
リズムが神真理確かにたまに
Look, we'll actually get to finish a boss off with a Noble Phantasm for once.
これ自在に
Or unlike the Narrow fight.
進歩を
Instead of getting Noble Phantasmed in the face instead.
発根上来。第二章。
それにしバカな貴様貴様二度あるとは思わんことだ。
Yeah, see, I had like 2 sectors that I won off of. Alright, how many of the Bond missions did I fail? I got Tamamos, that's the one that really matters.
いい
So far, it's just... I could have passed that one. Yeah. No, I managed to pull all those off. I'm surprised. Get tunnel mode, Goldie. I'm here to report. By driving off Gilgamesh, we've managed to save a portion of the Millennium Capital from his bombardments. Did you say a portion, my honored guest? Use your regalia, maximize your field of vision, and you'll see the entirety of Seraph. This is... I see. It's so... Now it's a two-front war. Yes, Gilgamesh and his artillery pointed at the capital, while another force is reaving our territories. Berserker is in pursuit of the latter force. From the looks of it, he intends to make it a one-way trip. I see. Mr. Lu Bu is truly a loyal gentleman to the very end. The one commanding the latter force is most likely the heroic spirit Altera. I'm not sure why she needs a force, but she has one. She must have had some sort of personal magnetism, something that attracts other servants to serve her. Or perhaps AI in the Zero Dark happen to like exotic women. I'm sorry, this isn't the time to be making jokes. Berserker is almost certainly gone for good. Do you have any other orders, Caster? No, I don't. Good work. Go where you please and get some rest. It may be your last chance. Whatever you do next is up to you. Find a fight, take a nap, or just sit back and wait for the end. Then no, I don't need to say it, Caster. Your city is a place of beautiful flowers and fantastic revelry. I'm not very good at enjoying myself, but here, even though I may not have fit in, I can honestly say I have a wonderful time. Mr. Karna, I don't need to say much either, but you were more decent than expected. At first I thought you'd be the one to spread chaos. I was prepared to take your life when the time came, but... But what? No, it's good that you are blessed with a decent master. Take care, Blue Caster. Look to it that you do not become a monster. They're gone. It's just as you've heard, my dearest. It seems Altera's army has us surrounded. But worry not, I will guarantee your safety. I can't brag about my empire now. This is a battle for survival. Let our fight send a message to our would-be destroyers. Let them know that by the sun who shines over the mountains, the rivers, and the watery heavens, our brilliance will never fade. This will most likely be our last chance to rest from this point on. From what Elizabeth told us, we'll be plunging into the Zero Dark to battle the forces of the Umbral Star. There'll be no turning back. So please keep your strength up. Or if you'd rather, we could run from the fighting. This battle began because of my greed. Protecting Earth and Seraph, that's all been incidental to me. I'm not a protector, not a savior, but I can't abide the White Maiden. Not one bit. I can barely restrain myself when I think about her. I'm sorry, my husband. This is my nature and it always has been, so if you're tired of putting up with it, please say so. If you want to say goodbye, I'll try to understand. Not without tearing up a bit, but still. Hearing her modest words, I manage a smile. Not out of amusement, but out of affection. Here she is, the queen of the Millennium Capital, and I finally see her softer side. Aside from this place, everything she had is shattered now, and all the glory she thought she had is gone. Under the weight of all that, she finally says it. Her show of courage, as she tries hard to be the perfect wife, is everything I could hope for in one. And at the same time, I know there's things she's holding back. I think there's something she's ashamed of, something she can't express yet. And that's a bigger issue in the Umbral Star, even if it's hard to put it all into words. All I have to go on as far as that go are vague feelings and subtle gestures. Like the way she closed her eyes in apology. Regardless of all that, I should let her know where I stand. I may be only the soul of Hakuno Kishinami, and maybe there's more going on than I understand, but I've known from the start that I'll stay with Caster until the very end. My husband. In her clear golden eyes, my reflection glitters like the luminous starlight. Her beautiful gaze sweeps me away, far from the threat to Seraph or the Earth, far from the 14,000-year cycle of destruction. Everything else disappears in an instant. I want to be with her and only her, even if it's just for this one moment. Caster, you lived an extravagant life, shoved aside anything that didn't interest you, and all without caring what anyone thought. Though you were cast as a villain, your insights and your natural curiosity brought out the best in other people. Despite sometimes feeling ashamed for the evil inside you, you're still fighting to overcome it, and always with a smile. My dearest. The instant she whispers, I feel my body is falling away. So you'll stay and fight. Fragile little mortals, always rushing to embrace their own mortality. Even as a symbolic gesture, it's pointless. No one will remember you. The umbral star will erase your entire story, it always does. What you're doing is the very definition of futility. The outcome is literally written in stone, and even so, you're still going to fight me, Hakuno Kishinami. The maiden in white, the embodiment of destruction, is there in front of me, red eyes peering at me curiously. Ever the hardened warrior I always knew she was. I see. Just as I thought, humans will never learn. It's pointless to teach you. You flicker into being, sputter for a moment, and then die. Too weak to survive in my presence, however. Understand this. What I'm after is not the moon cell, it's the regalia. Foolish as you might be, you understand that much, don't you? I get it. Well, I don't, but I nod anyway. The regalia is the key to the moon cell, but she says she only wants the regalia itself. Why exactly would she want the one without the other? And why would she talk to me about it? Something's not quite right here. She stays silent. I'd hoped she'd at least give me a throwaway remark, but she doesn't. Meanwhile, I can't think of anything to say back, and I'm not in a position to demand that she go on talking. I try to think through what I want to say to her. I want to ask her why her tone seems different this time compared to last time she appeared in my room. I want to ask which is the real Altera, but then again, I don't think either one is the mask she wears. You seem to understand, of course. You're my prisoner, but I'm still waiting for your answer. My head hurts. It's useless to talk to you like this. I always have to. Hakuno Kishinami, when will I awaken from this dream? I've said enough. If you understand, then prove it in battle. If you do that, I'll let you live on as my slave. Fight on, and you and Castor will reach the Zero Dark soon enough. And then, with the Sword of Mars, I'll eliminate you both. Permanently. Another dizzy spell. When I open my eyes, the maiden in white is gone. In her place is Castor, shaking her head. Her face is closer to mine than last time. I must have made her worry. Of course I made her worry. I think I was catatonic just now. I summarize what happened. Altera apparently came to ask us to surrender. If we hand over the regalia and renounce our will to fight, she implied she might spare us. Maybe theoretically we could negotiate with her, but even so, the end result will be the same. She said as much herself. Seraph and Earth would both die. So what would that mean for us? Would we buy a little more time for ourselves before we follow everyone else into oblivion? Or maybe she'd invite us to side with the Umbral Star and follow it around the galaxy while it eats other civilizations. Wait, why am I even thinking about this? Hakuno Kishinami's mind would definitely reject that offer in a heartbeat. And so would I, because no matter how you look at it, it sounds unpleasant to say the least. Surrender? She said she wanted the regalia, yes? The maiden who calls herself Altera. There's something else, honey. Something related to it, in a sense. In case you can't read my silent stare, let me spell it out for you, sweetie. Your soul is the most alluring I've ever encountered in all I've seen of human history. Did she think I'd ever surrender that? And her charm is drawing you in, isn't it? Before I can even answer, she pounces on me. I don't even have time to question who's drawing in who. Speaking of time, this isn't exactly the most opportune moment. Or maybe it is. There's no one left in the palace. The other servants have left to spend their last nights on their own way. Even Elizabeth, who would normally interrupt us right about now, has gone over to the Umbral Star's side. There's just us in this empty room, overlooking our entire capital with no one to stop us, unless I change my mind. Please forgive me. No, we're past forgiveness now. Just for this moment, close your eyes and tremble at my close. My husband, please. Even if it's just for this one moment, let us be together. Dream together. I was genuinely waiting for Dark Eliza to just spawn in. Oh, are you sleeping well, dear? I hear a whisper, still on the edge of slumber. It takes me a minute to realize who's talking. Of course, the voice is unmistakable. The only one who talked to me from so close by is Castor. Also, there's no one left in the castle. You don't have to say anything. I just want to tell you. Altera and I are the same. We have the same nature. I'm not proud of that. I couldn't even admit it before, but I'll admit it to you. She and I are both born to be the enemies of humanity. I understand now how she wants to dominate humans by force because we're both monsters. It's so much easier for creatures without hearts. That's... At first I don't understand the way she's talking. Is she punishing herself? Or is she talking to Altera since she says they're the same? I hear pity in her voice, but something else too. Something closer to her heart. I think a little more, and it hits me. Does Tamamo believe that Altera is suffering too? Does that mean Altera has a heart?
ご主人様
My husband?
ではお忘れ
That's not what she wanted.
ただの独り言このまま
I don't know if I can redo that one, so back out, go back in, see if that fixes it, but it probably won't. I don't answer. I don't even try to remember any of it. What Castor said, she said for herself.
ありがとう
Thank you very much. Okay. I'm gonna have to redo that scene again anyways next time, because I don't really want to continue, because next stream is probably, if it's like the Nero stream where it's a level, a boss in that level, and then the final boss, especially now that I actually know how that final boss works, so it'll probably be a little bit different for Castor. It'll probably be a lot more straightforward, I'd imagine. We might not need that long for next stream. Yeah, no, I know it was the finale. So, at least right now, I'm expecting to, that next stream's going to go very, very quickly. Comparatively. But we'll see. I do want to, and that's kind of why I'm going to pad it out by not finishing up the chapter tonight. So I'll do the My Room talk and the next chapter next time. Oh no, I know it's the last. I do keep around I do look at how many levels there are for. I did look at how many levels there were per chapter here. I've been trying to keep good track of that, knowing, especially when we were doing Flame Poem, I was keeping track of that just in case Ordeal Call 4 started. So I knew just how far I wanted to be. Right now, let me close out this game here real quickly and then we can chat. Chatting. Okay, put my controller away. Okay, so right now, we know when Ordeal Call 4 drops, and as with the last Ordeal Calls, I'm just going to stream it. In fact, I was planning on doing Twitch for streaming. I think I'm just going to do YouTube. It doesn't seem like it's been that big a deal on YouTube since then, so the emergency alarms in the community have gone off, thankfully. But let's see here, because I'm not finishing the game at the pace I'm going by the 30th. That's for sure. 100% for sure. There's no way I finish before then. And so there's one more Tamamo stream, then Altera's is 8 chapters instead of 6. Now, I'm getting better at the game, if you didn't notice. So it's not impossible that I could finish Altera. I can, for the Altera route specifically, I can bump up how many chapters I'm doing per stream to 3 instead of 2. I'm not that worried about the guide answers because I can back out of all those. It's actually not that big a deal. In fact, it's kind of nice to see the extra dialogue sometimes. But yeah. So in theory, we'll see how Altera goes. I'll plan for 4 streams, but I could potentially get that down to 3. Then one more Tamamo, and then there's the final route, which is not as long as Altera's route, but long. It's the same length as Tamamo Narrows, so that's another 3 streams. So there's about 7 streams of straight story left, but also I did see you mention the side stories, Tacos, and I did actually want to give some time to those. Basically, my plan right now is to play those before I play the final route. So we'll do Altera's route and then play some side stories. So let's say I cut out the final route for now in my calculations and treat that as a separate thing to do after Ordeal Call. That means that right now I can expect 4 to 5 streams that I need to get done before Ordeal Call drops. 3 weeks to do it. Next week, I'll need to talk to Seki because we do need to get back to some recording. So I'll see. I'll need to start making plans, but it'll probably work out actually because just way things are now, I probably can't. What I'll probably end up doing is moving making pre-scheduled Saturday streams. Yes, Dakota Doyle, that would work very well. I'll be honest here. Herc is going to be a particularly good Grand Servant. Like, Herc has his problems with other uses, but being able to take advantage of Castle in the Snow and a regular CE is going to be good. He'd probably be one of the better Grand Servants. I'll do some more side stories after the final route if they're very important. Actually, part of my plan right now with the side stories is to use it as practice for getting back into the game before the final route after Ordeal Call. So, what I'm thinking here is next week we finish Tamamo. I'll try to get in a second stream next week. If I don't, I'll do it on the Saturday. It'll take us to 2 out of the 5 streams next week. Means I need to do at least one more 2-stream week, which the following week I actually should be able to manage, assuming I don't need to squeeze in a million recordings of Seki. So, yeah. Okay, expect the month of April starting next week to have 2 streams. This is for when I'm streaming next week. A little rough. I'm expecting to stream probably Thursday next week. Maybe Monday. But I need to... That's a big maybe on the Monday. It'll be Monday or Thursday for sure, though. And then Saturday I'll do a stream. So, yeah, next week... Saturday and either Tuesday or Thursday, maybe. Second week, I'll do 2 streams, and I'll probably do 1 stream the week of the 21st, and then Ordeal Call on the 30th, which I'll probably end up playing the 1st. Because I believe, if I'm not wrong... Oh no, I'll probably be able to play it the 30th. I'll be able to play it the 30th. Yeah. For all of FGO. Yes, actually, I will be watching the Nintendo Direct early. I've already set my alarms, which means I'm going to be dying tomorrow. Speaking of tomorrow, tomorrow there are 2 streams scheduled. The first, Seki is playing FGO. She's starting Babylonia. I'll probably be in chat. It's pretty good. Like, I'm actually pretty good to be in chat tomorrow. And then... So I'll be watching. I'll be watching every move that Seki makes and sending her my lists of critiques later. Be nice to her, chat, please. And then in the evening, we'll be having a tea time chat again. We want to try doing those pretty consistently. It was... The entire thing happened from the end of the... Was it the end of the Nero arc or the middle of the Nero arc? One of the streams there, I finished up pretty early, and we just sat in chat for like 3 hours after the stream. I'd already finished playing the game. So we enjoyed that so much, we wanted to keep going with that. And so we want to make tea time chats just kind of a consistent thing we do every week or 2. So, yeah. So... We don't really have a structure for Tea Time Chat right now, but I'm definitely going to be up to talking about the Nintendo Direct. Maybe I'll see if... I don't know how much Seki will care, but I'll chat about that with Chad at that time. And, yeah, and then I'm sure Seki will have plenty to talk about. She might want to even talk about... I'm sure... Well, yeah, on the Nintendo Direct, there will also be anything that comes up with the fucking Babylonia stream. Who knows what happens there. So yeah, definitely tune in, guys. I've been enjoying the tea time chats. Let's see. I don't think Seki's played as much of the Lilim Harlot event as she probably should have. It's not that big a deal. It's only a weekend, but like, ask her tomorrow. Ask her tomorrow. Maybe she might, because, yeah, no, you'll have to ask her tomorrow on our FGO stream or during the Tea Time chat stream. I don't anticipate she's played that far into it. Seki might care if there's some Atelier news there. She might care. But Atelier just had a game release. And she's not going to care about a Switch port. Switch ports are expensive. And she'd rather just put it on her PC. If it'll run. If it doesn't run, she'll just put it on her PS5. Reacts hint. I feel like I've given all the reacts hints I really can at this point. The Seki reacts, I feel like the next Seki react should already be pretty damn obvious after my community post. Oh yeah, and then at the end of the week, Seki's finishing up Witcher 2, or The Witcher 1. Or not finishing it up, but she's continuing it. I don't know how close she is to the end. Yeah. So far, I'm still on track Saturday to probably be doing a Gorilla stream. It's not going to be Xenoblade X again. As much as I'm still enjoying that game, I need to get back to it because I have not played it as much since starting the event for Lilum Harlot, which the event's only got a day or two left, so I should be getting back to it soon. I think this Saturday I'm probably just going to finish up Sonic Adventure. Well, Frostshard, the next reacts that I will not, I am legally obligated not to say the exact name of, is it's going to be up Friday. It should be up Friday unless it's delayed in editing, which can happen. Seki's busy, but if it's not delayed in editing, it will be up this coming Friday at noon o'clock Pacific time. That's when we usually try to put the reacts up for weeks. There's reacts right now. So yeah, I'm going to get going. Y'all probably will see me poke around the Discord if it's been a little bit active during the stream, just because I read pretty much everything in the Discord right now. I just don't always respond. So yeah, I'll see you guys around. Have a good one.